This is Phil Wilson for the Real Pro Sound Guy store. It's April 1st, 2015, and we're just going to do the final walk around cosmetically of our Alabama deck, our Ampex 300, finally complete. And we're doing this for the owner, and hopefully that it will show up exactly the way we're finished with it. Not a nick. It's beautiful. So it's been completely refurbished. We'll walk through some of the features here. Everything is immaculate, repainted, hammer finish like the original. Just a itty bitty slight difference in color. But if you'll notice on the inside door, you can compare the two. It's as close to match as we can get it. All the knobs have been, the Bakelite knobs have been refinished, and the Bakelite housing of the meter unit was completely taken apart, rebuilt, all the aluminum polished, all the stainless steel polished, motors rebuilt, and all the original rusty screws that held everything together have been replaced with new to match every screw. And then of course we've added this, so it makes it more utilitarian today. There's your labeled XLR jacks coming out of the unit instead of crawling inside of it and hooking it up right directly to the chassis, which is the tube amp. Then of course you got grounded power. You have to have that in any studio environment today. These did not have grounded power, so we've installed grounded power throughout. There's grounded inside, and let's open up the inside. Let's take a good look at every corner of the face. Everything knobs were loose. Everything clicks. All the switches have been cleaned, tightened up. The springs were. These are reed switches up here. They all have been cleaned, retention to lock in their positions. Everything's perfect. Just like going back in time to 1952. Plates, Bakelite plates have been taken off and refinished. Tape pull away door, respringed and everything to be perfect. Everything's polished. Let's open up the door and put that on the side without nicking anything. And then you'll see, hopefully the light will show up good for the tube amp. Everything's been, there was no screws. This came in loose, unfortunately, and it caused some repairs that wouldn't have to happen. It's a finger switch underneath that broke, but this has been completely rebuilt. You'll see other pictures of the whole rebuild process and all retubing of the chassis itself. And that's where we've added another grounded plug right there on the main power source for the tape transport. All motors and everything of the tape transport been taken apart, rebraked. The chassis fan is not original, but it sure is of era. It's of the early 60s era quiet fan to get some ventilation down here without causing any noise in the studio. All the insulation inside the case has been stained, so it was pretty ratty looking. We wanted to clean it up. That is the original insulation for the cabinet. And as you can see, the cabinet itself is immaculate. It was pretty grungy, pretty dinged. We had a couple bends in here. We got worked out body shop wise. There used to be a dent right in the top here too. Just a very slight shadow of it right there is left behind as far as we could do, because metal stretches. But the side panels are perfect. The whole case had to be shot on a spigot for the hammer paint to get an even bubble, if you will, or as you can see here in the light, it has a texture to it, all hammer does, and it just matches perfectly. It's like going back in time. All new grommets, new screws are the same, been polished, but the grommets have all been replaced with new stainless steels. Exactly what was on the unit. They had a brass chrome-plated brass grommet. We went to stainless steel. It's exactly the same configuration to match it. So she's a beautiful unit. And now we'll do some videos of letting you hear it and perform. It performs like it did in '52. We'll bring back some ghosts of Elvis we have on here. We recorded that he would have a song that he would have used this unit for in Sun Studios to record with. So there's your final walk down. Your panels all been sprayed, painted separately, stripped and painted, and they really turned out well. Everything, we're kind of proud of this one. It's going back 60 some odd years. I was born in '54. I'm 61 years old. And basically this is older than me. It was a privilege to work on it. So there you go. Next videos we'll have it on a tripod and let you listen to it. Thank you.